So we're going to talk about what we need to do. Everybody has been upset about what's been going on in this fucking country for the last couple of weeks and then for the last couple of years. We've been dealing with a lot of shit where people are killing, unjustifiably killing people and getting off. Okay? So we're going to talk about that, and we're going to talk about what we can do to shift what's going on in our communities. So I have a list, and I think I put my jacket on backwards inside out. I really feel like I did. I did. And the things that we can do to actually do things to actually see a change. Because we know that protests don't work. We peacefully protest, they shoot up shit. We march, they shoot up shit. We've been marching for 50, 60, almost 60 years, and shit hasn't changed, okay? Y'all niggas are just able to get an education and maybe move up in the corporate ladder. But if they wanted to get rid of you because whatever the fuck they wanted to get rid of you for, they can do it. So let's talk about it. So I'm just going to talk about really some things that we can do. I have a list, okay? I have this list here, and I posted it to my Facebook page, but I also want to let you guys know what it is. It's not hard. It's not hard. This shit is not hard. Okay, so first thing we can do is we have to understand that the laws have to be changed. The laws only can be changed. We talk about national level. When we talk about on the federal level, that's like the presidential elections. But we have to understand that you have to vote on a state level and then on a local level. Okay? There are different ways. And you wonder why the president can't speak on everything that happens in different states, because there is a separation, right? We understand that the United States is a corporation and each state is a subsidiary. Understand that. And understand that you are, as a social security number, a business entity in that state. Okay. Do you understand that? If you don't, look it up. I ain't got time. We have to vote in state and local level. The Fraternal Order of Police has to be deconstructed and revamped, because the way that they do business is not the way that the community runs. They are civil servants. They should be patrolling the communities, getting to know the civilians in the communities, instead of approaching them with a God complex and a super inflated ego, which leads to murders, unjustifiable homicides, okay? Remove our money from these major banks to black-owned banks. Black consumerism runs this country. If you don't know, look it up. It does. So make sure that you, if you can, I'm going to post a link in the description that gives you access to black-owned banks throughout the country. And don't think that you have to go in the bank. You can do this online, okay? Don't forget that. Make sure that you are voting locally. If you have the ability to, I know that everybody is not able, but if you have the ability to, mentor the youth. Let them know what's going on so they can be educated on what's going on in the community. Boys and Girls Club, before and after school programs. If you are able to get involved, if you're a stay-at-home mom, if you're a stay-at-home dad, and you can get involved in the school level, in the school district, make sure that these kids know what's going on in the district, how to handle themselves when they come in contact with law enforcement. Make sure they understand that. Educate yourself and anyone who will listen on your rights as a civilian, on your rights as an American citizen. I understand that this country was not built for us. I understand that. But we have to make sure that we understand what our rights are. I know that the young man in Minnesota was murdered, even though he was well within his rights, and he complied with every demand from the law enforcement, and still was killed. We understand that, but we still have to educate these children and let them know how to move throughout society. Okay? If you want to organize a protest, make sure that you go down to and get a permit to do that. Even though it's within our rights to have peaceful protests, make sure that you do everything that you can, that you're well within your rights and you're not out of line, you're not out of compliance with anything, that you make sure you're within your rights to have this protest, okay? All right. Make sure that you go to jury duty. I know that we don't want to go to jury duty. I know that we don't want to do it because the way that our jobs compensate for that, they don't compensate fully for that. However, if you are asked to report to jury duty, try to get there, because these are cases where men and women, we have to be able to let any person who has been charged with anything be judged by a jury of their peers, okay? So when people understand how that happens, they make sure they register to vote, because once you register to vote, then you're able to serve on a jury. So I know that it's an inconvenience, but it's needed, okay? So that we can be sitting on juries, and that these people can get fair trials, okay? Everybody has a right to jury decision, so make sure that you do that, okay? Support any Black-owned businesses that provides a service that you need, okay? Whether it's from catering, whether it's from shoes, clothes. I know a lot of shit gets talked about the Instagram boutiques, but these are Black-owned businesses. If you're able to find something where they are doing business and the customer service is of quality and above standard, support that business. Killer Mike said the other day, stop going to these beauty salons and buying hair. There are plenty of women, Black women, who are selling hair out of their trunks. Buy it from them. Keep the money within our community, circulating within our community, so they can feel it. The next thing, keep utilizing social media. I know that a lot of people are told that, oh, so you're a social media activist, you're this, you're that, you spend so much time on social media. Don't let that discourage you from spreading news. We are the media. If it wasn't for that fella in Minnesota, if it wasn't for his girlfriend, we wouldn't have known what happened. She was the media in that sense, okay? Everybody who filmed Alton Sterling, we were the media in that sense. No one else was there. 2 different angles we were able to see. If the media got a hold on it, we would have got a different angle on the story. So we are the media. Make sure you are using social media to spread the news. Make sure that it's accurate. Stop using or quoting stories from these fuck-ass blog sites who you know that are only about gossip, and they don't care about fact-checking. Fact-check the shit that you're about to share. Make sure it's true. It only takes about 5 or 10 minutes to make sure everything that you're checking is okay, and then you share it. Nowadays, we are trusting each other. Keep your goddamn phones charged, so in case you are pulled over, you have enough charge in your phone that you can capture everything. His girlfriend, her phone was dying. You heard her several times say, I'm trying to get to you before my phone dies. Make sure your phones are charged, okay? So that you can capture everything in case you need to. You never know. These times that we're living in, you never know, okay? Go to town hall meetings. Any town hall meetings that you hear about, make sure you go there so that your voice is heard, okay? Politicians know if they don't fall in line with the advancement of humanity as a whole, you are going to let everybody know not to vote for them, period. It's no discussion. If you don't fall in line, if you don't get these police officers in line, if you don't get this school board in line, We're not voting for you. And that's it. I know you want to be a politician. I know you want to be in the seat. But if you don't do right by us, because we pay taxes that pays your bills, gives you a check, we're not going to do it. If you don't fall in line with what the community wants to do, we're not going to support you. Let them know. If you have a favorite athlete, entertainer, singer, rapper, whoever, artist, whoever you can think of, if they are not speaking against injustices that is going on in the community, do not support them, and let them know why you're not supporting them. Understand. And I've noticed that Carmelo Anthony, Kim Kardashian, Killer Mike, they have been speaking out. People have been speaking out because they're letting everybody know that they don't agree with this. This is not how we get down, and we're tired. So if your favorite does not speak out, let them know, I'm not going to support you until you do. Okay? The next thing, which is really important, support your local farmers markets. Go to the farmers markets. Find your local farmers market. That supports your community, your local farmers. You get your food fresh. It's not being shipped across the country. You're eating fresher foods, fresher vegetables, okay? Everything, breads, cheeses, everything, even fish and meat. Make sure you are supporting that in a local environment, okay? That means not necessarily going to your major chain grocery store, your Walmarts, okay? Your Publix, your Krogers, your Ralphs, your Safeways. You know what I'm getting at. Go to your local farmers market and buy your produce there for your week or your 2 weeks. It lasts longer. It's fresher, okay? If you visit a Black-owned business and they are below standard in the quality of service, please let them know where they're lacking. Do not talk about them in front of everybody and give them a bad name. Let them know so they're able to correct it. If they don't correct it, that's on them. But let them know. If you go to a Black-owned business and the level of service is substandard and does not exceed your expectations, ask to speak to a supervisor, ask to speak to a manager, ask to speak to the owner. If they don't comply, that's their business. But you did your part in letting them know where they didn't do right. Okay? The best thing that we can do is help each other be better than our best. Okay? And this is all I have. I just wanted to put these out there, these tools out there. Everybody says we complain, but we have no resolutions. I gave you some tips. Everybody is not the foot on the ground type. If you have a catering business and people in your local area are protesting, make some food for them. Go out there and feed those people. You may not be the protesting type. You may not be the one that wants to be out in the hot sun and walking, but you can make some food for those people and you can feed them. You can stand out there and give them water because they've been out there protesting, okay? It's a lot of us. We can all do our parts, all right? So please, if you have any other suggestions, any other tips to add, put them in the comment section. I'm more than happy and willing to hear everything. Save everything, share everything. Please keep your phones charged so that we can make sure that these people are on camera and making sure they're doing what they're supposed to be doing. I'll see you guys later. Peace.